everyone, I'm Kate from Dolly Bow Bow and I've been asked by Channel Mum to make a video all about my experiences of feeding my baby. I have an 8-month-old son called Archie and he has been bottle fed since he was born. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about my story of feeding him so far. So when I was pregnant with Archie, I thought a lot about and read a lot about feeding, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, the pros and the cons, just everything really, and it was always a little bit of a minefield. I never really 100% knew what I wanted to do. I definitely felt like I wanted to give breastfeeding a try because of all the benefits to the baby. I felt too guilty not to, if I'm honest, but also there was a lot of pros to bottle feeding as well. So when we were in the hospital just after Archie was born, I tried to breastfeed. Straight away it was kind of a natural feeling that I wanted to try. And unfortunately he didn't really take to it. He wasn't one of these babies that just naturally latched on and it carried on from there. And in fact I had him quite early in the morning, but we stayed in for the whole day and overnight to the next day just to see if we could kind of get him to breastfeed, but he just wasn't having it. And as I'm quite an anxious person sometimes myself, it was just kind of getting to me that he wasn't actually eating or feeding. So we also had taken in with us the made up bottles just in case, and the midwife actually did encourage us to try these in the end. She definitely wasn't very pushy, she wasn't pressurising me to breastfeed and looking down on me the fact that I was kind of steering towards giving him the made up formula. So we tried that and he really took to that straight away, and straight away I felt really relieved that he was feeding, he was having something to eat. So it kind of carried on from there really. I was never really pressurised or majorly encouraged to breastfeed. A lot of my friends didn't. I actually wasn't breastfed as a baby, so there was no one really in my family putting major pressure on me, and I feel like women can have pressure put on them sometimes to breastfeed, and if you want to do it I think it's an absolutely amazing thing, but also on the other hand, if for some reason you can't, then you shouldn't feel guilty, because being a mum, you feel guilty about just about everything, I've come to learn over the last 8 months. So that's just one more thing that you shouldn't feel constantly guilty about. Archie has been bottle fed for the last 8 months and thank goodness he has got on really well with it. We did buy bottles and things in preparation just in case he was bottle fed. Lots of our friends and lots of things that I read as well, people were talking about the anti-colic bottles, so we made sure we had some of those. But luckily he wasn't a colicky baby, and the normal bottles that we got him, he just took to and he was fine with them. So that was a real big relief and pressure lifted off my shoulders. I think one of the other great things about it, and one of the pros that I've really found with bottle feeding, was that he could bond with not only me, but my partner Ricky gets to feed him and got to feed him when he was a newborn, and our families did as well. For me, that bond that he has with our families is very important, and it made it really special that our families could be included in that as well. From a selfish point of view, it's kind of hard at first because that's your baby and maybe you just want to keep them all to yourself just a little bit longer because you've had them in your belly for 9 months all to yourself. But it is also lovely to be able to let your families share in that with you. I had my worries that it wouldn't feel special to me because I was bottle feeding him, but even now 8 months on, it is a really special time. He is not the kind of baby, kind of little boy that likes to sit still for very long, and he's not the most cuddly of babies at the moment. I think it's a sign of things to come. I think he's going to be on the go all of the time, but when he is having his bottles, that's the time that I get to cuddle him and we just get to both sit together, quiet, calm, still, and just enjoy. I get to enjoy him. So that's my feeding story so far, and for us as a family it works, and I just feel that whatever works for you and your baby, as long as you're both happy and healthy, that's all that really matters. Thanks so much for watching everyone. See you later. Bye!